Welcome to the Rob Podcast. Rob Sanders.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
KO Carolina Jackpot Hall.
And fuck you!
Rob and KO Podcast.
Let's go!
And welcome in to the Rob and KO Podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. I come to you from Columbia, South Carolina. My good friend, the number one Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot. He is in the upstate. He is Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's everybody? What's everyone doing tonight? We go shut the dog and get my dog inside. Don't run away, buddy. Yeah, he's running away. Great day. It's a great day to be alive. Got some all kind of college football action to talk about from yesterday. And some
hold
stuff
on. There's already hold on, Jackpot. And I appreciate you up there in the upstate, but let me make sure that we talk with all the dumbasses that are over here. Sancho and Chris Foster scissor each other. That we know that they do that, and that's why they're over there talking shit about Rob is too scared to start the show. I am not scared of one fucking Tennessee fan. Most of you can't leave the state because the judges won't let you anyway. Half of you have no teeth. I'm not scared of any of you motherfuckers. None of you are educated over a third grade level. All right, so let's just calm the whales with that, all right? Calm it down a little bit. He does say, Satra does make a good point. Clowns dress up like Rob for Halloween. That, my friend, is a very good comment there. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. I have to change. No, Billy says I said I would change the channel name. I cannot change the channel name. I'll call the show the UT Has a Big Dick Show. If that's what we need to call it. Tonight's episode is the UT Has a Big Dick Show. If I said that, have at it. Anyway, Jackpot's in the upstate. Jackpot, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. It's been nice up here today. Been able to get some work done around the house, and yeah, it's a great day. My team didn't lose yesterday, so thank God for that. There's not many fall Saturdays where I can sit here and say that. So.
Well, your team's getting jacked up for a matchup with A&M this week, and we'll get into that momentarily. But we've got to thank our sponsors. We're going to thank, and I forgot to send you the script for Dennis Wilson, so we're going to have to come up with something on the fly here, Jackpot, which I know that you can do.
I got it.
But let's thank Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. The updated standings for the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge is up there. Sir Uga has been knocked out of first place. We have a new leader. Go and find that on the Rob and Kale Show, robandkaleshow.com. We're going to answer some of these questions in a moment here. Anyway, also, we thank Callaway's for sponsoring it. They are friends of the program. They look out for us, and they are awesome over there. Shout out to Billy and Mike over there looking out for the show. Also, Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away.
It sucks to be a Gamecock. My team is still riding high after a big win over Kentucky on the road last Saturday evening. We all know that it's because their starting quarterback was out, as evidenced by their play last night. They would have mouth-pumped us by 3 touchdowns. We think that we're hot shit because we're actually only a 3-point underdog against Texas A&M, when in reality, we're going to get throat fucked again. We are at best a 5-7 team this year. We are truly an absolute shithole. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis for sponsoring the show. All right, so there was one comment that I wanted to, someone said, are we for real yet? And they're, of course, referring to Tennessee, who got a big win. First of all, Jackpot, I have to mention this first. Alabama fans losing their shit and blaming officiating is the most, over-the-top thing I have ever fucking heard. Are you seeing some of that?
Yeah, I am, and here's the thing. I mean, you can't bite the hand that feeds you, right? I mean, referees have been bailing them out for fucking years, and I mean, what they had 17, 18 penalties called on them. They did that. Hell, I mean, it was legitimate. I mean, they were just really, really undisciplined. I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with Alabama. The last two games just been real sloppy. Just been very un-Alabama-like. That yesterday's game was a sloppy game. The A&M game, I think the week before was even sloppier. Now they were able to win it because, I mean, Tennessee is a better team than Texas A&M by a lot. But yeah, just haven't looked the same to me. So I don't know. I don't know if Nick Saban's losing his edge, or I don't know what's going on there. But that's not what I'm used to seeing from them.
I just don't want Alabama fans to when we open up the phone lines here in a second, please do not call up here and blame the fucking referees. I mean, that's like and I got to give Peg and Megan credit for this. That's like Tennessee fans getting pissed off that another school cheats. It's the most rich thing I've ever heard in my life. Savage Dog says the Dogs are going to gorilla drag the Voltards 1998. Okay.
Anyway, I can get behind that.
So
here's the big thing, though. Things are a lot different when you're playing on the road. A lot different.
People ask, "Hey, are we for real?" Someone asked, "Do you think we're for real now?" We look back one calendar year. Let's take a little stroll back in time to October 17th of 2021. The AP poll had Cincinnati at number 2. Do you think they're for real? Oh, I don't know. They had Michigan at number 6. They had Michigan State at number 9. Do you believe in them? How'd that end up for them? Okay. October doesn't mean anything. Remember, Alabama lost to Texas A&M, which is coached by the biggest joke on the history of the planet in Jimbo Fisher. And Alabama still went on. They won the SEC championship, and they lost in the championship game. I'm not saying Alabama's going to do that again, because Alabama looked undisciplined as hell last night. They really, really did. But once again, and Tennessee fans too, did you see where they tore down the goalpost, Jackpot? Can you act like you've fucking been there before? I remember when Tennessee was really, really respected. Now we beat Alabama. Let's tear down the goalpost. The fuck is that?
I thought most places had the goalposts that would just like hit the ground as soon as the game like that was over.
They can't afford that up there. What are you talking about?
I don't know that. Well, it's gonna cost. Did you see where they were telling the Vol fans on Twitter, help them raise money to buy new goalposts? It's going to cost $150,000. So they could either donate $16 for the number of years it's been since they've beaten Alabama. They could donate $52.49, or they could donate $1,201 and something, because the attendance at the game was 102,000 whatever. I don't know.
Lucas says
they raised $15,000 already to do that, and then it said that the SEC's got some kind of rule for storming the field of play or entering the field of play, and they got to pay $150,000 fine for that. And because it's a second offense, because the last time they did it was a basketball game in 2006. I mean, how long was the statute of limitations on that? And I mean, why? I mean, I don't understand. I don't know. That's a conference rule, but why do you have to pay a fucking fine because your fans went out onto the field to play at your stadium? I mean, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Sports Talk with Tom Bailey says if the referees keep screwing Alabama, Alabama should leave the SEC.
Oh,
bless your heart, sir. Bless your sweet little heart.
He's got to be trolling.
Yeah, I think he's trolling. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines, and that way we give the Tennessee folks the opportunity to come in here and crow, because hey, when you win, we don't argue about that. You won.
I'm going to Chuckles McDingleberry or whatever his name is will call him tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Someone says you threw the goalpost in the river. What the fuck is that all about? They threw them in the river.
They dumped them in the Tennessee River.
Well, Jesus. All right. Well, that gives you guys the opportunity to call in if you want to call and chalk it up about your big win.
Hey,
A win
Zachary,
that I didn't think would happen.
Zachary Matthews, you can't wait till the Vols dick slap USC Junior. All right. I mean, I'm not really wanting to talk about dick slapping anyone. You must have some kind of Tinkerbell issues there, my friend. And Clemson in the playoff. Okay. Rocky Top is back, you fat MFs. How about this? Have you come up here on camera and let's see what you look like, you stupid inbred motherfucker. Go fuck yourself. You can go jump in the Tennessee River with your stupid goalposts, you dumb inbred hick. Fuck you.
There you go. Thank you, Jackpot. Caller, welcome into the program.
Hey, I'm gonna be nice because I know you didn't know.
Oh, please be nice. Thank you.
Tennessee
What?
being what? About Tennessee
Thanks for
being what?
being nice. We appreciate it. You don't have to come on here and be
Hold
nice.
on. No. Hold on.
Say
Hold
what's
on.
on your
Caller.
goddamn mind.
Yeah, go ahead and spew
Wait,
your
please
nonsense.
Please don't
Go
end
ahead.
the phone call because I'm right. Please don't end the phone call.
I'm not touching the phone. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
You had us. All I'm saying, you had us going 7-5 this year, and I said you're gonna look stupid after we beat Bama, and then you said we'll change the name to UT has a Big Dick Show. Did you not?
Yeah, I did. I called. That's what I called the show. Tennessee's got a Big Dick Show.
I told you. And you, Jackpot, everybody in the comments was calling me stupid and everything.
You
and
are
guess
stupid.
What? I was right, and y'all were all wrong.
Don't let one win over Alabama make you think that you're smart, sir. You are still stupid.
One win. We're not 6-0
out of a
right
fucking
now.
tree.
Do you expect us to go 1-5 the rest of the year?
Dude, congratulations on this, sir. That is your first win over a team that is still ranked as of right now. Congratulations on that. Good for you, sir.
I would love to see
your program is awesome.
Like I said earlier, but when you were calling me crazy, I would love to face some Tigers in a bowl game. I would love.
You don't want none of that smoke, dude.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna whoop y'all's ass, and you know it.
All right. Well, here's the thing. And there are two things. First of all, slow down a little bit. Remember, it's October, sir. I know you guys are new to this. You're throwing your fucking goalposts in the fucking water in October. You still have to play through October, and then you have to play in November. It's not Tennessee versus dude. You're not that fucking important.
Calls us stupid. Y'all were calling me stupid for this.
Let me explain something to you, okay? My wife is sitting over across the room over there. When she heard that Tennessee lost or Tennessee beat Alabama, she was more shocked that Alabama lost. And that's the way the rest of the world is. You're fucking new to the planet, dude. That's why you threw your goalposts in the water. All right, so calm down.
Why was she shocked Alabama lost? Why was she shocked Alabama lost?
What?
Why was she shocked that Alabama was lost?
Because she's not the over-the-top fan that watches everything, but she does understand that Alabama is one of the perennial powers of football. Exactly. And when they lose, it's a big deal. Tennessee could lose every fucking week and no one would give a shit except for you and Billy in the comment section.
It's an elite team that we beat, and now we're 6-0 and ranked number 3 in the country.
Hey, congratulations, sir. You have a win over a team that is still ranked in the AP poll. Awesome. Good for you.
And I bet you're so mad because all y'all look like stupid asses right now.
I don't give a shit.
And you would have ended
right. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. No one gives a fuck about you or your team, sir. No one on this program.
You don't give a fuck because you're wrong. You don't give a fuck because you're wrong. But if you were right, it's a whole different story, right?
Listen to me. Listen to me. You are showing your ignorance. That you're eventually, as Jackpot says, you're going to shit the bed. That's what's going to happen.
We're not losing another game all year.
All right.
Yes, you are. You know how hard it is to go undefeated. Very few teams actually do it. I mean, people act like it happens every year, but it don't. I mean, you won't go undefeated. You will not.
All right, who do you think we're losing to, Jackpot?
I don't know.
I think you're losing to Georgia, and you're losing to Gamecocks.
The Gamecocks?
Yeah. All right, so I've gotten permission from Billy, the head of the Tennessee fan group over there, to cut you off. You have a great evening, sir. All right, there you go. 803-470-2905. I didn't really want. I don't care if Tennessee loses. You guys are on your own fucking island, man. Do your thing. All right, let's see what we got here. We got another call coming in. Bless your hearts, though. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, Robbie Jackpot. Guess who it is? It is Chuckle McFucknuts, your average delusional Tennessee fan.
All right, hold on. How long should I give this guy, Jackpot? I'm just going to back up, let him go. Do your thing, sir.
Now, I've already had me about 8 high-gravity 8% beers today. And listen, I have to go back to my minimum wage job tomorrow out there at the factory. So I'm still celebrating until, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, let me tell you, I'm here. You got your thing, suckers, ready? Because you about to suck that thing. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Go Big Orange, motherfucker. Fuck you. How you like them apples?
Got anything else you want to speak
I love it.
I bet you motherfuckers should stand to eat a few couple apples instead of a few cheeseburgers. You know what I'm saying?
I'll stick with cheeseburgers. Apples are boring. You can't put a bun around an apple.
803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Now I don't think the Gamecocks will knock us off, but Georgia, yeah. Thanks to God's gun and ammo. Okay, sir.
Brandon says Georgia gonna lose to Florida. Okay.
Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, Rob, it's Chris in Georgia. You said you're in Columbia, right?
Yeah, I'm in Columbia.
Did you see? He's from Irmo, which is pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Irmo, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Did you see the performance Jalen Hyatt put on? 6 catches with 5 touchdowns.
You know what? I tell you what. The thing behind that is that Jalen Hyatt was going to be a Gamecock, and I don't want you hurting Jackpot's feelings this evening because he was supposed to go to South Carolina and ended up at Tennessee, if I'm correct on that. Am I, Jack?
Well, he was committed to Virginia Tech, and we flipped him. And then supposedly the word was that Muschamp was slow playing him and all kinds of stuff. And then his senior year, he had another real good. Everybody thought he was a little bit too skinny, which he was. He was skinny at Tennessee the first 2 years. That's why he didn't really get on the field. But he bulked up this offseason. He said he caught 15,000 balls from the jugs machine this offseason, and it shows just the jump he's made. I mean, he is. To put this in perspective, in Georgia's entire history, they have one true wide receiver, which Brock went over 10 TDs last year, but they have one true wide receiver with over 10 TDs in their entire history, and Jalen Hyatt did it in 6 games. Why any wide receiver in the entire world would want to go to Georgia is beyond me.
Well, I mean, that's another whole thing right on down the line. But if I remember correctly,
who was that? Was that AJ or what is it? Yeah, AJ Green.
Yeah, AJ Green went to.
It was Terrence Edwards was his name. He didn't even do that much in the NFL. He had 11 touchdowns one year, but that was they've got a bunch of 9-touchdown guys, but they've only got one break double digits, and then Brock Bowers did it last year, but he's a freak tight end. But even then, like Georgia's talking about, we're going to swamp y'all. I think Stetson Bennett's thrown like 1 touchdown in the last 4 or 5 games. Brock Bowers had 13 touchdowns last year. We're halfway through the season. He's got 2. What is going on with their offense?
Isn't there? And I'm not throwing shade at Jalen Hyatt, but if there was something didn't he have some legal problems or something and that's how he ended up there? I mean, I don't remember. Jackpot, help me out on that.
You're thinking of Bryce Thompson. That he was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The class before Jalen. Yeah,
there you go. That's right.
He had some girlfriend issues. He was a Jeremy Pruitt special. I mean, he did well, but he definitely had some off the field issues. But I mean, when Jeremy Pruitt came in,
didn't he set his apartment on fire or something?
No, he broke.
No, he threatened to burn the school down.
Got into it, and then he broke the gate off of. He was in an apartment that had a gate to get in and out of the common area, and he broke the gate off and got a destruction of property and stuff like that charge. It was pretty wild. But he's with the Saints now, so hopefully he's got his head on right and doesn't ruin this opportunity.
All right, buddy. You got anything else you want to throw out there? Your team won. It's a big win for you guys.
Hopefully we dog walk Kentucky. They didn't look that good. They think their defense is good enough to slow down Tennessee, but I mean, are they better than Alabama, honestly? But so screw them. We play UT Martin this weekend. That's pretty much a bye week. But other than that, look forward a couple weeks from now. I'm going to try to go to Athens. I ain't going to get in the gate. $6.55 is the cheapest you can find a ticket right now, so that ain't happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, great show. Hopefully, you guys get some Bama fans in. I want to hear them cry.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
See ya.
All right, Sancho says I'll never give Tennessee credit.
Sean Holiday says, bet USC junior fans would like to trade Beamer for Heupel right now. Why?
No, they wouldn't. Why? Fuck off of that. Caller, hold on 1 second, but we'll let you talk in just a second. Sancho says I'll never give Tennessee credit. I said it was a big win for you guys. I don't like Tennessee fans once again. I mean, I need to like go up and give oral treats to Josh Heupel to make you scumbag hillbillies happy? Well, I don't know what the fuck you want. You won a big game in October. A&M won last October too against Alabama. Anyway, go ahead, caller. What you got?
Fuck Texas A&M. Rattler's coming for his fucking job.
Jackpot endorses that caller.
Oh, yeah.
803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you want to call and join the program, have at it. There was a big win for Tennessee last night, a game I didn't think they would win, and they did it. Here's the big thing, though. We did have other games yesterday. There was a great game with TCU and Oak State.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a game, Jackpot.
TCU came from behind. They were down like 10 points, I think, in that ball game, and came back to win it. Their quarterback is good. I mean, they're legit. They really are.
Utah picked up a win yesterday too.
Yeah, Utah picked up a good win, but fucked us in the contest because they didn't cover a spread. What they win by 1?
Something like that, yeah. There were good teams do that, but great teams cover. So there's that. 803-470-2905. Clemson goes down to Florida State, picks up a win there. They will play the fruit, as Jackpot calls them, this weekend.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I went to bed on that one mad when it was 34-21. And then I found out this morning when I woke up from my slumber that Florida State actually scored another touchdown, and it was 34-28. They scored. And what happened at that point? Did they try an onside kick that wasn't successful?
Yeah, I mean, the defense, it was like Clemson just went into cruise control, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I don't understand, too, and I know I give him a hard time. I don't really I don't understand. I don't get Will Shipley. How he rushed for like 30 yards against a terrible Boston College team, and then he goes out last night and rushes for over 100 against a pretty good Florida State team.
Yeah, I don't know how all that works out. I wish I could tell you, because then I would share it with everybody else. But welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, quick question for the both of you guys. I'm a long-time Gamecock fan. Been a Gamecock fan my whole life.
Go
and I was real pleased about the Kentucky win. And I really feel like, I don't know, Texas A&M, I feel like we got a pretty decent chance. But I've just got a question on the offense. I'm kind of probably like most Gamecock fans, a little disappointed with kind of what we've seen from the offense so far. Do you feel like maybe it's been a scheme issue, maybe with Satterfield, or do you feel like maybe it's just Spencer Rattler is the same Spencer Rattler that we saw at Oklahoma, or is it maybe a little bit of both?
No, I think it's a scheme issue. And if you watch, you watch the second half of that Kentucky game, I'm sure you saw them. They opened the playbook up in the second half of that game, and I was told, and I've heard it from several different sources, and usually like where there's smoke, there's fire. I've heard from several different places that Marcus Satterfield did not call the plays in the second half of that ball game. I think Spencer Rattler's doing a decent job. I'd like to see the interceptions cut down on, but once again, some of those are not on him. Some of them are on his receivers. They got to do a better job. But Yeah, if they play like they did in the second half of that game, I think they'll beat Texas A&M because Texas A&M is just terrible on offense. They really are. But so they're gonna beat South Carolina up on the lines of scrimmage. South Carolina's got to be able to do something to combat that. There's no two ways about it. South Carolina's going to get beat up on the line of scrimmage by them. What do you think?
Right, appreciate it, caller.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, there you go. Responding to Leonard's comment here, he says, how about it is a gimmick offense, much better than whatever the garbage your former offensive savant Tony Elliott is running at Virginia. Okay, we can address that. First of all, that was the first choice for your university, and it didn't work out well because he didn't want to go to a shithole program that cheats at a level that is just absurdly high for the SEC. He didn't want to go up there and deal with that. Josh Heupel was like, all right, I'll come there. No problem. But on the other hand, I will give Heupel credit for this. He kept Alabama's best defensive player off the field for a good portion of the game. Will Anderson's sitting on the fucking sidelines because they were going through plays so quickly. So we'll give him credit for that. I mean, you kept their best defensive player on the sideline, and that's we'll give him credit for that. If you can scheme and gimmick your way to keeping that guy off the field, then that's a good thing for you. So there's that.
Sean Halliday up in the comment section says the Cox might score 3 on UT. Yeah, because you gave up 49 yesterday, but we'll only be able to manage 3.
It's a gimmick. I'll call it a gimmick until the day I fall off the planet. Sorry, that's what it is. It's a gimmick. Gimmick offense. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. This is the Biscuit. How are you?
Good.
Hey, Biscuit, is the Tennessee offense a gimmick offense?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so I'm not the only one that thinks that way. And seriously, there's ways to beat it. There are ways to beat it. It's not like you're just going to go out there and put up video game numbers, 49 points every time. There's ways to beat it.
Oh, Tennessee definitely beats it. There's no doubt about it. The fan that just called in a couple calls ago, that pig fucker that just called in, was questioning Georgia because they won one football game, questioning why a recruit would want to go to Georgia. I don't know, maybe to win championships. Your program just won its first top 10 game in 40 games. Who would want to go to Tennessee? You guys are so inbred. You have to rip down the freaking goalposts and run and throw them in your river for some reason. What kind of crap is that?
So
let me tell
hold
you
on.
about Tennessee.
Hey,
Tennessee's incredible.
I got to read Elijah's comment here. He says, I mean, you can be a troll and football ignorant. It's not football fucking ignorance. Everyone that's not inside your goddamn hillbilly bubble calls it a fucking gimmick offense. You're the ignorant one, sir, for not seeing that. Running up to you could not man-on-man fucking play Alabama with your offensive line. If Will Anderson played 80% of the snaps on fucking defense, you'd have lost by fucking 7,000 points. So stop it.
Tennessee's a finesse team.
Exactly.
And they do it very well. Here's
they do it very well.
Here's the thing. So offensively, he just talked about Georgia's offense. What's their problem? They average 42. Georgia averages 42 points a game, and it's in the top 5 in the country.
Yeah.
But I noticed he didn't
scored 55 points yesterday.
What's that?
What did you say? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Points yesterday.
No. Georgia. So yes, Tennessee is averaging, I think, 47 and something now, and Georgia averages 42. Georgia, I'm a per play average guy. Okay, so Tennessee averages, their amazing offense averages 7.36 yards per play, which is incredible. That's great. You know what Georgia's is? 7.26. So they have a slight edge on offense, and we absolutely kick the ever-loving shit out of them on defense. They're giving up like 23 points a game and 425 yards a game. Georgia gives up about 240 and about 9 points a game. But let's just talk about your finesse offense and passing game. I can't wait. I can't wait. And we've got film on you now. We've got film on you against an elite team like Alabama. You don't think Kirby's going to scour that and realize what you did to set Hyatt up the entire time? Alabama didn't adjust to it. They had a safety on him instead of a corner. That's the problem.
Chris makes a valid point.
I can't wait for Athens. I can't wait.
Biscuit,
can you address
is
so high right now? We're gonna end it all for them in one game. You're gonna lose everything in one game.
Sir, can you hold on just a
Yeah.
second? He says that Georgia, and he makes a fair statement here, that you put up those numbers against the lower level tier teams in the SEC. We'll give you a chance to respond to that. Because that's fair.
Against the lower level?
Yeah, the lower level teams.
About,
I mean,
what about Oregon?
Played.
What about them?
When's the last time Tennessee beat a top 10 team 49-3? I'd like to know that. They scraped through against Alabama, which was a great win, and I'm not taking anything away from them. That's a great win. But that's it. And then they're constantly talking about 4 ranked wins. I'd like to know where their 4 ranked wins are. Who cares what they were ranked when you beat them? Pittsburgh is not a ranked team, and you beat them in overtime. Florida, you beat by 5 at home in the same stadium you tore your goalpost down. Give me a break.
Oh, I'm with you on that. They've got 1 win against a ranked team, and that's Alabama. Sorry. I'm sorry that hurt your feelings. Just the way it is.
Yeah, the other 3, and the thing is there's nothing wrong with the other 3. That's fine, early season, whatever. But to come out and act like they're acting now because they had how many times in the past 10 years have you seen Alabama have 17 penalties and make all the mistakes that they made, miss a late field goal, and do all these things? I mean, they did what they needed to do. They played well last night. I'm not taking anything.
Look,
away
I'm
from
not going to blame this on officials because that's bullshit. Tennessee did what they needed to do and they won. So I'm not taking that away from them.
I'm not blaming it on officials. I'm not blaming
on the other hand,
officials. What I am saying though is Alabama's execution though and discipline wasn't good. So that's not usual for them. But I mean, I'm not blaming it on the officials. Of course not. No, I thought it was ref fair and Tennessee won fair and square, and they made the plays when they needed to. Man, after Alabama missed the field goal, and then they threw 2 passes and got right back down the field. It was unbelievable. I mean,
yep.
But
it was
claim.
Well, I think the thing is that they act like they're the fucking most dominating program, like they invented fucking football up there. I think that's the crazy thing right now. That's how they're acting.
Oh yeah, I mean. Well, I mean, they always act like they go back to lore and history, or whatever, over the past 10 years, and now that they've actually won a game for the first time in 40 years or 40 games.
Can you respond to this one?
We're going to get it from them this week.
We have a commenter over here, Sean Holiday, who says UGA has a vanilla offense. UT has fire and scheme.
Okay, really? And what do they call their defense? Jello? Like what do they call their? What's their defense?
Taffy.
I noticed Tennessee loves half their team. It's amazing. They love looking at half their team.
Oh goodness! All right, Biscuit. Anything else? Sancho says you're a cuck. Just want to let you know that.
I'm a cock.
No,
I'm not. That's Jackpot. He's a cock.
No, he says you're a cuck. A C-U-C-K.
What's a cuck?
Have a great night.
Yeah.
See you later, buddy. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Funny.
I mean, the way they're playing right now is beating Alabama this year. Almost like, is it almost akin to beating the 2020 LSU team? Remember the one that in 2019 that ran through everyone like a knife through hot butter, and then the next year they turn around and lose to fucking Mizzou in the season opener.
That's a good point, Jackpot. Welcome to the program, caller.
Hey, it's Chris from Georgia. Biscuit wants to talk about what I said, so I got to retaliate. One, their best win's Oregon. Oregon's a good team, but the fact is they went into that game knowing Oregon's defense because Oregon runs the exact same defense they do. Probably the same calls. When Oregon says,
oh, God, come on, man.
Whatever,
really?
they were probably like, oh, they're about to run a blitz. So they smoked them. That's why they're not scoring anymore, because they don't know the defense is freaking their calls. They can't get Brock Bowers going. Stetson Bennett, he got 2 touchdowns on the year, 3 touchdowns on the year? He's trash. Nobody's sitting here saying Tennessee invented football. Nobody's saying anything like that. It's the fact that 18 months ago, Tennessee was dead and gone. You could find tweets of everybody saying, y'all hired Josh Heupel? Oh, well, I guess y'all really don't care about football anymore. Y'all really do want to be a basketball school, baseball school. And now we're number 3 in the country. Like, Kirby did this, given a 10-win team, went 7-5 his first year, and then he did something like this his next year, and everybody's like, Kirby's the GOAT. Kirby's the God. We're doing this with a throwaway trash heap quarterback from Virginia Tech that everybody said was a bum. We're doing this with 3 stars, with 40 of our players transferring out or retiring from football or whatever they did last year.
Sure.
And he led in there.
Georgia got given a 10-win team, and we're already caught up to what Georgia was doing in year 2.
All right, I gotta let you go because you're double dipping. But have a good night. All right. All right, here we go. Welcome into the program. Good evening. Hello.
How about it? Well, I have to say, I got to give the Tennessee team their props. They won. I know we give them hell a lot, but you know, the fans, they've been waiting for this for a long time. But I'll tell you one thing I learned from this. Those guys in Vegas know their business. Because nobody saw Alabama getting penalized 17 times. Or was it 18? I can't remember. More than ever. I mean, they self-destructed with that. I mean, but I'm not making any excuses. Tennessee played a good ball game. They did. But I'm going to tell you this number here, 12. If 12 penalties, if Alabama would have just had 12, which is a lot of penalties, they'd have probably covered the point spread. That's all I got to say on that. No excuses, just stating the facts. You have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go.
That's valid. That stupid. Did you see when they picked up that punt that was dead, and that guy just went over there and kicked it or touched it or?
Yeah,
that was a silly play.
Very silly. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
I got a question for Jackpot.
Okay.
Jackpot, how the fuck do you think South Carolina's going to beat Tennessee? Please explain that to me.
I can't. What? I can't understand you.
Well, he said how his. I gotta interpret for the Tennessee folks. He said, "How do you expect South Carolina to beat Tennessee?" That's what he said.
South Carolina's going to have to go out there. South Carolina's going to shut them down. First 2 drives, nobody else has done all year. They're going to get them off the field. South Carolina's going to score some points. South Carolina's going to get on top early and match them blow for blow. South Carolina can score a lot of points against that team, and they'll be in that game from start to finish. Home game, Willie B.
That game will be over. That'll be over by halftime. It'll be over.
Sir,
so we're going. I don't think we'll beat you that bad.
Caller,
you'll still if you ask in the
him,
quarter.
If you ask him how that's going to happen, and then you shit on it, why the fuck did you ask him? If you're already like, well, fuck it, we're gonna win 87-0. There's no way your defense will stop us.
This this the Jacob Watson over here in the comment section. I like you, Jackpot, but just stop. Just stop. What? I mean, Tennessee was ranked like number 7, 8, something in the country in 2016. They came to South Carolina. They got beat. They got beat by fucking Will Muschamp. Okay, I appreciate what you did yesterday. That was a very sloppy team that you played yesterday. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to fucking validate you. I'm not going to be the one to sit here and validate you and tell you that my team is going to bend over and take it. They're not. They're not.
I mean,
you already bitch slapped us around last year. It's not fucking happening this time. Not in our damn house. You motherfuckers are in for a damn rude awakening. You're probably going to shit the bed before that game happens anyway. You'll probably lose to damn Kentucky at home, which is going to make it disappointing and kind of lick the frosting off our pudding pop just a little bit. But there'll still be enough of it left for us to get some of it.
Okay, we'll see.
For the folks that are saying,
y'all ain't shit.
Did Pittsburgh shut you down? You had 416 total yards. They had 415. Please shut the fuck up. Okay? Pittsburgh is the second best team that you played, and you barely beat them. You're not going to the playoffs. Stop it. All right? That's not the way that things work. Okay? You have to have a really good team with a pretty decent defense to make the playoffs.
They don't have the defense to do it. That's why Ohio State didn't go to the.
No, you're not. Shut up.
That's why Ohio State didn't make it to the playoffs last year. And Michigan did. Defense. That's why Ryan Day went out and hired Jim Knowles for defensive coordinator and got rid of that jackleg he had up there because they weren't able to stop anybody and they couldn't win the conference championship because Michigan had elevated their game.
Chris says, no, he said that Muschamp is a better coach than Beamer. This just shows.
Who said that?
Just Chris said that.
That's ignorant.
I mean, he's a 2-time failure, but okay. No, I don't give a shit if you lose or not until you play my team, sir. All right, I don't give a shit. So there's that.
Pete McGaha with the App State avatar says the Voltards won a halfway trophy.
Hey, are you guys gonna hang a banner for starting the season 6-0? We beat Bama. We're 6-0. Let's hang a banner. Let's just quit the rest of the season now. We don't need that whole thing.
Roll Tide says, ask me if Georgia and Tennessee are undefeated when they play. Will you be live streaming that game? I would. I'd love to, but I can't because I'm going to be at the South Carolina Vanderbilt game that day.
Oh.
You know, the one we're going to lose. I was told we're going to lose that game. Been told that multiple times because, you know, apparently Vanderbilt beat fucking Hawaii this year in the first game of the season. So they validated themselves as legit.
Billy says, would you rather beat Tennessee or Clemson if you could choose one?
Clemson.
I think that's easy. Yeah, Clemson. That's easy. Sancho says we're haters. No, we just don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. So anyway, yeah. Jordan with a good comment here. When are the Tennessee folks going to call up and talk about their defense that's ranked 101 out of 131 teams? We're not going to hear anything about that, right?
They need to call up and talk about how they're going to improve it.
Let's just gimmick it up. Just gimmick up. Just throw Henry Hooker out there. And
you can't. The thing about it is you can't gimmick a defense.
Anyway, 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Brandon says CBS Sports in today's bowl projection has South Carolina play in Georgia Southern in the Birmingham Bowl.
We keep on playing in the Birmingham Bowl, but the opponent keeps rotating out.
Pagan Megan says Sancho is wearing a helmet and diapers. Very good, sir.
If we get an invite to the Birmingham Bowl, they should just stay home and be 6-6 or whatever they are. That's a failure of a season.
Yeah. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Failure.
Hey, this is Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Big-time Bama fan. Congratulations, Tennessee, on the big win yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Alabama will win out and Tennessee will win out and they will be back in the SEC championship. Guaranteed, book it.
Tennessee's not beating Georgia, but maybe, if they pull an upset off. I don't see it happening.
I think Tennessee could beat Georgia if Tennessee plays their best game.
They'll have to play their best game, and Georgia will have to play as undisciplined as Alabama did yesterday.
Jackpot says that they're going to lose to South Carolina and Georgia, so 2 losses doesn't send you to Atlanta. I'm just saying.
Well, if they don't, do you think it's going to be Bama can play Georgia and Atlanta?
Sure. There's nobody else in the West who's going to beat Georgia.
I would like to have a rematch between them two, taking them in Georgia or Tennessee.
Yep. All right, caller. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
You too. Hey, roll tide. I'm still a diehard Bama fan, win or lose.
All right, there you go.
Rob,
welcome to the program. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
Hold on. What you got? Hold on. Jackpot said something. What you got, Jackpot?
Did you see the way that Chris Rodriguez?
I was just going to say hi, watching your show, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
Enjoyed your show for a while.
All right. Thank you, buddy. What you got?
Oh, I was just going to say, hey, I'm a Tennessee fan, but I want you guys to know I love your show. And
thank you.
I appreciate the passion. We've been losing for a really long time, but it feels good to be back somewhat. And I appreciate your all's passion. And, what I love about you and Jackpot, even in a loss, you can see that emotion. That's a true college fan. And, I just send you a super chat here in a second and let you know I appreciate you guys.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
See you later. All right, Jackpot, what were you saying, sir?
I was going to say, did you see the way that Chris Rodriguez Jr. ran the ball yesterday? Mr. Tequila, against Mississippi State, especially in the second half of that ball game?
I didn't watch, and to be honest, I didn't watch much of the that game because I just fell asleep, to be honest with you.
20 rushes for almost, or 30 rushes for right at 200 yards yesterday. If they'd went out and played with that same game plan against the Gamecocks, they'd have beat our ass by at least 14 points in that game. Tennessee's got, I think it was the 11th best rushing defense supposedly in the country going into the game yesterday. Jahmyr Gibbs lit them up pretty good yesterday, though. So I think that stat's been knocked way down. I don't see them being able to stop Chris Rodriguez Jr. And Chris Rodriguez, Marshawn Lloyd has got a little bit of Chris Rodriguez in him. Rodriguez is probably the best back, the BBITE, best back in the East. And I would say Marshawn's probably about second. So, yeah, I want to see how they're going to stop him in that game. I don't think that they're going to do it. They may win that ball game because Kentucky will give up some points through the air, but that'll be interesting to watch.
Shane says, you want to know the way Tennessee can beat Georgia? A turnover trash can.
Ryan says, stop reaching, CGP. What am I reaching for? I'm not reaching for anything. I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain to you, morons, some scenarios where you can shit the bed. You just don't want to hear them because you know they're true. Facts hurt feelings. Facts get people upset a little bit. Both of them are behind Shipley. Okay, well, Chris Rodriguez ran for a lot more yards than Shipley did last night, but whatever you want to think there. Shipley was definitely the best back in the state last night because Marshawn didn't play.
By the way, what the fuck happened to Coastal? They got blown out by old DU.
They got blown out. They got blown out by ODU. ODU is the state champions of Virginia right now. Best team in Virginia.
Leonard says, here's the deal, Crockpot. Tennessee will get such a big lead against Mizzou, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and South Carolina that their respective running games will be afterthoughts. Okay.
Okay.
Megan, I don't know why Megan changed
I noticed
his
he
name.
didn't throw Georgia in that mix.
Yeah.
He must not be too confident about that one.
His name is Megan till the end of time. So there's that. But he says 1998. Very good, sir.
He changed it back. Did you give him permission to do that?
It's not like he needs my permission for anything. I'm going to call him Megan because I think he gets pegged every weekend. I mean, I believe that. So he's Megan. That's what it is. Biscuit says losing creates weird bedfellows, Bama and Tennessee fans. All right, let's go back out to the phones. Work phone. There you go. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Good evening. I just want to call in, man. Y'all been talking crap about my Tennessee Volunteers for way too long now. That Hendon Hooker for Heisman take doesn't look too bad, now does it? You knew I was going to come in here.
Has he won the Heisman? Did he win the Heisman?
Not yet, but he's going.
I missed it. Oh, okay. Okay, so he's going to.
Think?
All right, cool.
I don't.
He hasn't won it yet, though, has he?
Stroud wins it.
So CJ Stroud and all those guys, they don't even bother taking. It's just
him.
Hendon,
Go to
right?
New York. They shouldn't even show up.
He ain't winning. Stroud don't got the wins like Hendon got. You telling me there's a big of a win?
He's fucking undefeated.
He's won every game that he's played. You have one win over a team that's ranked right now. You have one win over a team that's ranked right now. Sorry.
How many does CJ Stroud have?
What are we doing right here? Technical difficulties.
Over any.
No, I was giving my daughter a kiss goodnight, but no, I don't know. I don't know how many wins he's got. I know that Tennessee has one win over a team that's currently ranked. If that gets you a Heisman Trophy, have at it. He won the half-season Heisman.
Okay. Well, first of all, do you still think Carolina is going to beat Tennessee in about a month?
Yeah, I do.
That's crazy.
Okay. Well, I mean, you asked me. You asked me.
So 48-14. I'll call back in.
Okay. Well.
So But listen, no, I'm serious. If you ask him that and he doesn't agree with you, then you're like, fuck off, fuck him, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it when people ask you a
don't think
question
they're
on
on
your
that. I'm
opinion,
just
you
saying,
give your opinion, and they bitch.
Y'all have been acting like we're the worst team in the SEC for
No,
2 months
nobody
now.
said that. Nobody said that. I think you're the most overhyped team in the SEC. I never said you were
But
the
we just
worst
gotta
team.
win. You hate the fact that Tennessee fans get to cheer and talk shit all week. That's what you hate.
Hey man,
You
that
hate
has
that
nothing to
because
do with
we
that.
earned it.
You threw your goalposts in the water, and you had a big win. Congratulations, sir. It's October though. I know you guys are new to this, okay? But the games that matter
We're gonna win
are the
every
ones that play in November and December. Those are the
All
important
right,
games.
I know the next couple of games you're not gonna care when we win, but when we beat Georgia and Athens, then I want to hear you apologize.
I'm not.
Beg for
First of all, I'm not
forgiveness on your hands
apologizing
and
for
knees.
shit. Let's make sure we understand that. I'm not apologizing for shit. Let's make sure that's on the record here, okay? I'm not apologizing. If you're good, I'll tell you you're good. But I'm not apologizing. It's not like I gang raped you in the hallway. What the hell's wrong with you people?
All right, and then when we beat Georgia, and then we beat Carolina by God knows how many points. I want to hear Jackpot. I really want y'all to change your channel name.
I ain't changed shit. This is my channel. It's had the same name since 2016, and before that, it was just known as Kel Hall. So no, we're not changing any channel names.
Yeah. Anything else that you need there?
When the week comes of the Georgia game, let's make something here. I already talked to Uncle Lou. He's going to change his name when we whoop up on Georgia and Athens.
Well, whatever you have with Uncle Lou, that's on you, sir. Good luck with all that.
All right, just wait. You'll see. I thought y'all were competent enough to understand what we were after we beat Alabama. If we got to prove it against Georgia too, we'll be happy to do that.
All right. Well, good luck with all that. Thanks, man.
So I'll call you in when we beat UT Martin next week too.
Okay. Good luck with that. All right. Someone says I really don't know how Rob hasn't been kicked off this show. He's pure garbage. Well, because I started the fucking show. How's that sound?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your fucking show. I bet you can't string together 8 words, asshole. There's the number to call if you want to try that. Have at it. 803-470-2905.
Did he really say UT Martin?
Yeah, he's going to call us after they beat UT Martin. Okay. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Evening, Tater Man. Evening, Jackpot. This is a Wake Forest man. So, Tater Man, I have a question for you. Are you worried about the fruit?
No.
Why?
No.
Why aren't you worried about the fruit?
Because the fruit is the fucking fruit. I'm not worried about the fruit.
Would you say Clemson has historically struggled against the fruit?
No. I mean, they've won. I mean, hold on. We can look it up. Let's see here.
No,
They've
I already have the numbers.
They kind of have, Rob.
Won 3 out of the last 5 against the fruit. And it seems to appear that home field advantage doesn't matter because the fruit only lost by, it looks like right here, 4 at Taterland in 2018. So at the end of the day, the Taters are playing the fruit, a team they're basically even with. And this is the fruit's biggest, well, not even. I'm not dumb. I'm not Tater. I know 3-2, but that's pretty damn close. You know, I wouldn't brag about beating the fruit only 2 out of the last 5 years, especially when how many of them were by 1 possession?
Clemson leads the series 8-2. That's
I'm talking about since 2017, but you can be like a Tennessee or Notre Dame fan and bring up history. That's fine.
Hey, didn't your team have to walk it off in the dome last year in overtime against the fruit?
But Jackpot, did we win? Did we win?
Yes, they won. I said you walked it off in overtime, but I mean, I think you were favored by like 2 touchdowns.
But at the same time, I didn't have someone calling me and saying, "Are you worried about the fruit?" I would have showed the fruit some goddamn respect, but the Taters don't. The fruit is a joke to the Tater Man.
Sure. Yeah. And by the way, they've all. So,
I don't. I think the Taters respect the fruit. The fruit's beating them.
Why are we talking about the fruit? They're a top 15 team. and they're about to match some fucking taters.
They're the fruit.
The fruit that Clemson's lost to the fruit
Keep
though.
on
So.
laughing, Tater, man. I can't wait. And you know what happens when you lose to the fruit? One more trip. Wake Forest goes to the ACC ship. Evening, Tater, man. Hope you beat the fruit.
You sweet Wake Forest fans. God bless you. No one's scared of the fucking fruit, sir. Clemson lost to the fruit in 1996 when Donovan McNabb was their quarterback in the Gator Bowl, and they got throttled 41-0. They lost in 2017 by a field goal, and they beat the fruit every fucking since. So, but okay. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
How y'all doing?
Hi.
Good.
Okay, I'm doing good too. No matter how good Clemson or any of these teams down here are, it's just hard to compete with that upstate New York football culture.
That's a good point.
Can I ask? Let me ask you something.
Sure.
And forgive me if it sounds a little bit rhetorical. Does Ohio State have a win over a top 5 team?
I don't know for sure. I have to look. I can pull it up
No.
really quick. I didn't have this. No, they don't.
Of course they don't. You know who's ranked in the top 5. Does Ohio State have a win over any of those teams?
No, they don't.
No. Why does the Tennessee man think that Ohio State has a top 5 win?
I think they're compensating. I think that's what it is. They want to throw stones at everyone.
Tennessee currently has the best win in the country, at least in terms of they've beat the highest ranked team. They have a win over the 6th ranked team. So why do they feel the need to go around and brag about beating unranked Pitt, Florida, and LSU? It doesn't make any sense. They beat Bama 24 hours ago, and all they want to do is run around and try to convince people that Pitt, Florida, and LSU are good teams. Why are they doing that? They don't need to do that. See, this is what Tennessee's never been relevant this late into October in the internet era. So part of it, I think, is that they just don't know how to act. Now, unfortunately, the other part is that a large majority of them are just ignorant when it comes to these matters. So let me see if I can explain it to these people on a 3rd grade level. When the playoff committee releases their first rankings, they don't give a fuck about the AP poll or the coaches poll. The only poll they care even a little bit about is the Uncle Lou poll, but they don't even use that, okay? They're going to rank the teams 1 through 25. Wherever they rank Alabama, they're then going to look at Tennessee and they're going to go, Tennessee has a win over the whatever team. The win against Florida is not going to matter when the playoff poll comes out. The playoff committee is not going to look and go, well, you know what? Those AP writers said Florida was whatever rank they were when Tennessee beat them, so we have to give Tennessee a credit. No, the playoff committee doesn't look at that stuff, baltards. Now, I know you've never had a reason to pay any attention to the playoff poll because you've never been anywhere near it, but this is not how rankings work. It doesn't matter what Florida was ranked the 3rd week of the season. When the playoff poll comes out, your win over Florida is not going to be counted as a quality win, nor is your win over Pitt. It's just not. That's not how it works. If Bama is ranked, let's say 5th in the first playoff ranking, then Tennessee is going to be credited by the playoff committee with a win over a top 5 team. That's how it works, tard man. Stop running around. This is like Alabama fans winning a national title every other year for the last decade, but then still pretending they have 18 national titles total. You don't need to make up fake titles when you're Alabama. You win the title every other year now. Why are you making up fake titles? And if you're a Tard man, you just had your biggest win since 2016 when you beat Georgia. Why are you making up shit about Florida, LSU, and Pitt? They're not good teams. They're not ranked. And the playoff committee is not going to give you credit for a ranked win because you beat a 5-loss Florida team in week 3. Have a good morning.
I think they honestly want the college football world and all to think they're on some kind of tour, like they're here with a machete just running through here, just chopping down, just destroying all these ranked teams, and Bama was just the biggest domino to fall. When honestly, that's really the only valid win they've had. I can't hear you.
It is about wins over ranked teams. What he said makes a lot of sense.
Queen Love over in the chat says Rob is a fat liar.
What did I lie about?
I don't know.
Well, go ahead and spit that out. What did I lie about? Anyway.
And USC, no, that's where you're wrong. Vols _ Fanatic 865, because Kentucky is still a ranked team.
By the way, teams that have wins over teams that are ranked. Let's see here. Clemson beat a ranked Wake Forest team, a ranked NC State team. Those two teams are ranked. Oh no, that doesn't fit the narrative though, right?
Sugar Knot says, when's College Game Day coming to Columbia, Jackpot? I don't know. You'll have to ask College Game Day, sir. Vols _ Fanatic says Kentucky equals trash. Okay, we'll see.
NC State is ranked, sir. Please know your role before you come and spew your nonsense. In the AP poll, they are currently ranked. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. Please.
Hunter Slay says they'll never come to that shithole. Well, they've been to that shithole before, so odds are they'll come back again sometime.
So when you look at the AP poll, Clemson has a win over, let's see here. They have a win over number 13, Wake Forest. They also have a win over NC State at number 23. Please don't come in spewing your nonsense. No one needs to hear all that.
I can't believe the Gamecocks have as many ranked wins as the vaunted Tennessee Vols.
There you go. All right, 803-470-2905.
Last night came in Columbia was when South Carolina played fucking Mizzou.
Was it that? I thought.
Yeah, we lost.
I thought it was for a Georgia game.
No, that was for Mizzou in 2014. I remember that. We lost. They haven't been back since. I don't think.
I don't know. 803-470-2905.
Bow Hunting 101 says 56-3. Tennessee dumps the chickens. Sir, you ain't holding anybody to 3 points.
You want to take? I'll take the Gamecocks plus 53.
Oh yeah, I think I.
Yeah, send me your Venmo. Welcome to the program.
This is Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Great.
Good, Billy. How are you?
I wish I could see Kel's face again on after last night when that field goal went through the uprights. He was pissed. Faking like he was rooting for Tennessee. But my question is when the college football committee meets and they look at all these teams, and let's say they throw the AP poll out, which that's what everybody's saying. They throw it out. And they see 9-0 teams. What do they use as a discriminator? What are they going to use to rank these teams?
Well, I mean, I think that they'll use the rankings of some sort.
Not according to the explanation I just heard a minute ago.
Maybe it's where your defense is ranked in the country.
And y'all are saying that those 4 ranked teams that Tennessee beat at the time don't matter. So
They
what
don't.
is it if Tennessee's 9-0, or let's
They
say
don't.
8-1?
You have
What
one
are
win
they
against the
gonna
team
use
that's
as
currently ranked,
discriminators?
sir. You have one win against
Say
the
what?
team that's currently ranked, sir. That's what you have
Okay,
right now.
that's your point. If you want to go, that's fine. But their ESPN gurus are saying it at the time. But let's wipe that out. Tell me what they're going to use as a discriminator.
I
Because
hope
we
that they
already
use.
see Clemson is what 7-0 and Tennessee 6-0. Why did Clemson drop? Why did they drop? Why did they put Tennessee 3 and Clemson 5?
Would you let me answer, or you just want to just continue? I mean, I'm gonna let you do your
I'm
thing.
all ears.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
I think that with the AP poll, there is a large section of voters that went to Northwestern, or a large section of voters that are in the deep, deep South that are going to put teams that are in the SEC over everyone else. It's the same thing that happens every single year. That's why we have Ohio State and Michigan in the top 5 when they really haven't really beaten anybody. So if you're asking me my opinion, that's what I think it is. Now, do you really think in your heart of hearts, do you think in your heart of hearts that Tennessee is the 3rd best team in the country? Don't lie on the program.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
After yesterday.
Oh, please. Okay.
So does the AP people. So does the pickers. And my question to you is, why is that? Why did Clemson drop after they beat FSU and Tennessee moved up? What's the difference?
Now
you be honest.
Honest.
Is FSU even close to Alabama's talent?
Just told
Nope.
you. I just told you, sir.
So back to my original question: what will they use the college football playoff committee? And I'm sure Lou's listening. Please explain to me what they're going to use when they have 3 or 4 8-0 teams. Just like now. What are they going to use to discriminate to rank these teams? Now, Lou said they'll rank Alabama and go from there. So if they do that, Tennessee shouldn't be ahead of Alabama.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what they'll use. I mean, they may use both sets of rankings with the AP and the coaches poll. Look and see where the teams that you have beaten, where are they still ranked?
They're gonna factor playoff history in there too. We've seen that before.
They're not going to go back history. Nobody goes back 4 or 5 years ago and says, "Well, in 2012 we beat this team." That's crazy.
2012 wasn't 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, or even go back.
They're going to talk about recent.
I want y'all to tell me what they're going to use to rank these teams.
Well, I hope it's not. I hope that they don't look at.
You won't say it. I know you won't say it.
But, well, tell me what it is that you think that I won't say.
You know what?
I mean, you just create your own dialogue here.
Tennessee, goddamn
why
number
did they,
one.
Why did they get rid of the BCS ball playoff?
They deserve to be number one.
No. I ain't saying that. I want you to tell me. Y'all won't tell me. You won't tell anybody. You come on here and you run your mouths about Tennessee, but you won't tell me why they shouldn't be ranked number 3. Why shouldn't they be ranked number 3?
Here's the problem. We think we're running our mouths about them, but in reality, we both said it was a huge win for you. You just don't know how to act because you've been a shithole forever. You're the most penalized team ever as far as getting in trouble in the SEC. Those are facts, sir. And you're not used to it. That's why you threw your fucking goalposts in the water.
You need a mental health consult, Rob. You really do. You need a mental health consult.
I just said you had a big win yesterday.
And then you run your mouth about how they're cheaters and all this other stuff.
Yes, they are cheaters. Most penalized program in the SEC in the past 20 years.
Today, you pissed all over yourself, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I was playing golf with my wife, watching her hit golf balls farther than I was.
It's October. It's October the 16th.
Let's be honest. You think Tennessee should be ranked ahead of Clemson?
I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter in October. Okay? It doesn't matter in October.
You won't say.
I just said I don't give a shit. How is that cherry picking? How is that cherry picking, sir? How is that cherry picking? I don't give a shit. October polls don't matter. They don't matter.
Okay.
The team that was number 1 in the first CFP rankings was Mississippi State. They didn't go to the playoffs. Not very many people remember that. October polls don't matter. You can hang the banner up there and say, we were ranked 3rd in the country in October. That was great. You're not going to be watching. You'll be fucking. The only way you're going to watch the playoffs is buying a ticket.
You're ridiculous.
How am I ridiculous?
You know, if Tennessee, you're ridiculous, Rob. It's
how am I ridiculous?
Sad that you come on here and do that.
October matters is what you're telling me. That we should just stop and just say, all right, October is where we're at.
So let's just get to January and have one game.
2 wins in October. That's all that matters, right?
No, I didn't say that either. It's all cumulative.
Well, then,
That's
okay,
back
then
to
why
my point. What is
you
the
trying to
CFP
say?
committee going to use? What is the CF committee going to use when they rank these teams? And you won't say. You can't say. You don't want to say.
I don't. What are you talking about? Tell me what it is that you think what is it do you think they're going to use?
When there's 3 undefeated teams, let's say they're 8-0 or 9-0, what is it they're going to look at to pick to rank these teams in the top 4?
I mean, I hope it's not teams with total defense and teams with dumbass fans, because y'all be ranked 80th.
There you go. See, you won't say.
I told you, spit it out. Spit it out, Billy. What is it?
You tell me.
You tell me.
When is the first playoff rank? When is the first playoff ranking come out?
Strength of schedule.
Christ. Yeah,
see, just
strength
say
of
Just
schedule.
say strength of schedule matters.
Okay, strength of schedule matters. Okay, so the way that you look at that, according to the polls,
there you go.
You have the best win in the country, beating the number 6 team in the country. That's awesome.
I don't know. The refs gave Tennessee that game yesterday. The refs.
I never said that either. So you need to stop that. I never said that. I said that Alabama fans shouldn't come with that nonsense.
Alabama was undisciplined.
The ref caused that, and they were setting picks for Hyatt to run down the middle of the field. Needless to say, 52 points is the most points that's been scored on a Bama team since 1907. So I don't know.
Cool.
Did Cedric Tillman play yesterday? The All-SEC wide receiver?
Has he been ranked as an All-SEC wide receiver? Did they give out that award yet? Okay, they gave that out with the Heisman.
See, there you go.
One,
you
right?
won't give people credit for anything.
You're calling him an All-SEC wide receiver. Have they released those numbers?
He ain't played enough to be All-SEC.
Nothing matters. So Tennessee's offense is number 1 in the nation right now. Total offense has been for 2 or 3. Now go ahead and say it. It's again.
I remember Mike Leach's offense at Texas Tech was number 1 in the country in 2009. He didn't win any
championships. Here we go with history. 2009. That's about what, 13 years ago.
I'm just using it as a point of reference.
Always coming up with a set. Let's just end here. Tennessee's ranked 3rd in October. We've been shitty for 20 years.
I'm just using it as a point of reference for more wins those shitty years than they did. Great offense and a horrible defense.
Against Tennessee.
I'm sure there have been others.
And you ain't beating Tennessee this year. You're not beating Tennessee. It'll be another anomaly game. So it ain't happening. You can sit there and say you think you're going to win, but you ain't. Not happening.
Cool, buddy. Anything else?
Not happening. No, I just wanted to hear y'all say what I wanted to find out when they rank these teams in the college football playoff. What is it they're going to use?
Well, when do they release the first set of rankings? November the 1st?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Uncle Lou says Tennessee fans think App State has a win over a top 10 team.
I don't think that. I'm not like any of these Tennessee fans. You know that.
Goodness.
But I ain't going to stay here and let 2 South Carolina people, neckbeards, run my team down. Jesus Christ. There's 130 teams in college football. Why don't you talk about something else? Let's talk about Mazio Bennett from Greenville 4-star committing to Tennessee today. Let's talk about that.
Somebody got that young man's head.
All right. Thank you, Billy.
Okay. I love the talk.
Greenville. He's not that good.
All right. So I need my head examined because I think that you can't call someone an All-SEC wide receiver after 6 games.
What was it? He said you needed a therapy.
A mental examination.
A mental therapy? Okay, come on.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit dramatic here. Hobart Mills says they use Football Power Index, strength schedule, strength of record, head-to-head, road games, home games. Tennessee fans are idiots. Good explanation.
Yeah. Can you pin
Thank
that
you.
comment so that everyone will see that? Can you pin that up there for the because Tennessee fans need to be reminded of that. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, it's Big Barney Ross. Before I pose, which is to ask this question, first of all, Kentucky is a neckbeard.
Yeah, I just thought we'd throw that out there.
To
Thank
both
you.
y'all. How can a team beat Alabama and be this angry? Big Barney Ross, y'all think about it. I'll get off here and let you respond.
I don't know, man. They're a very angry fan base. Even if I said, hey, you had a great win yesterday. Probably the biggest win since the iPhone came out in your program history, right? Since the iPhone came out, that's probably your biggest win. So iPhone 14s now. So there you go.
They haven't had such a big win since YouTube was invented.
Sean says WVU is the neckbeards. Big Barney Ross, correct? That's funny. Yeah, Johnny Red Dot says I should just crown them. All right, Tennessee's the best program in college football right now. I think that Kentucky and South Carolina and Georgia, they should just mail it in. Don't even bother playing those games. You don't have a shot in hell. So there you go with that. Anyway, 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. I love people thinking I hate the Vols. That's great. Uncle Lou says Tennessee fans are like a homeless man who finds $100 on the ground and think that they are rich.
Well, in all fairness, for the homeless man, it's rich. It's it's a lot of money to him.
It is. Cell phones didn't have internet the last time Tennessee beat Alabama. Thank you for that. Hufferbilly Paul with a super chat. Tennessee fan is now overtaken Clemson as the most dissed team in football.
We were still plugging our computers into the wall the last time Tennessee beat Alabama. We were still reaching out and touching someone.
I can't with the Tennessee folks tonight. All right, jackpot.
I still had a typewriter that I used a good bit the last time Tennessee beat Alabama.
You still use a typewriter, you silly man. Johnny Red Dot says you have mail, Kale. I don't know what that means, but check your mail.
Damn AOL.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. We'll have to see on that. Uncle Lou with another great comment here. Let me answer the phone first. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello.
Tennessee fan.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I was just curious, why do y'all hate on Tennessee so much? I mean, most of our fan base is pretty, normal. I mean, there's a few. I guess it's easy to pick on, but damn, I mean, it was wait till Florida.
I mean, I'll be simple with you here. I'll let you know. I don't like Tennessee because I don't like Tennessee because number one, I mean, they cheated.
You don't have to like it. That's fine.
And that's been proven. And then South Carolina pissed away a lot of games the past 10 years against Tennessee. They should have won. One of them that cost them a chance to go to the SEC championship game in 2013 really pissed me off. And the fact that I think South Carolina is a more desirable place to play and should, at this point in time, be a better program than what Tennessee is. South Carolina should be where they are right now, but they're not. And it's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all don't have to like us. I don't like South Carolina. I don't like anybody but Tennessee, so I understand it. But I just think, the salty tears. I like it. I like it.
I mean, it ain't that serious that I'm that upset about it.
Oh, I know. I just think it's funny. I mean, it was wait till this team, wait till this team, wait till this team, and now there's still no respect. But it's fun. I don't need it as a fan. I just think it's funny.
Well, but what exactly do you want? Seriously, as a Tennessee fan, what exactly do you want? I've said you had a huge win yesterday. I said you've got the best win right now in college football, winning over a team that's in the top 5. What else do you want?
I don't want anything. I'm just saying I think it's. I mean, I get it. Y'all don't have to like us. I don't like Clemson. I don't like South Carolina. But it's just I don't know. It's just funny. Y'all were. I mean, everybody was pulling against Tennessee, even when normally everybody wants Alabama to lose, but everybody just hates on Tennessee now. I don't know. Like Hillbilly Paul said, we're the most hated fan
I
base.
think because you know why it is. We wanted to see the reaction when y'all lost. We wanted to see the fan base just explode.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
That's why. I mean, that's why.
When they scored that scooping score, I thought. I mean, battered Boston.
People don't live to see successes anymore. People live to see the fallout from failures. That's what people live for, man. I mean, it just makes for great television, radio, podcasting, YouTubing, whatever. I mean,
I'll tell you this: I'm not one of those Tennessee fans that think the floor is 11-1 now. I think we still got to go play complete game against Kentucky, a complete game against South Carolina on the road. Like if we just come in there with a big head, we're a top 5 team in the country. We still don't have 85 scholarship players. We still don't have the talent of Alabama. We just out schemed Alabama. I mean, if Coach Hott gets the talent of the top 5 program, then I think we can roll into those games with a lot of confidence. But the last 10, 15 years, I mean, and we've lost more talent than we've gained still. I mean, so I'm not overconfident. I think we could go 11-1, but we could still go 9-3.
Well, appreciate it, man. Nobody hates your team, by the way. As far as I'm concerned, I don't really give a shit. Big Barney Ross gives us $20 because he loves the show. Thank you, Big Barney Ross.
I love the show too. I mean, I don't like an echo chamber. I love the show too. I just think it's funny, everybody's wait till this, wait till that, wait till that. I mean, we're still 6-0, so I just thought it was kind of funny. But I get it. I do get it. There are some ignorant, loud ones out there.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Rob.
Yeah.
Once again, for all the Tennessee fans out there, you got to suck that whole bag of dicks.
The entire bag. Yeah, I know Tennessee fans. They want me to suck the entire bag of dicks, all of them.
Yeah.
And once again, it goes back to the Louis C.K. bit. Do I have to get them all off, or is it just suck one and I can move on? I don't know.
I mean, I'm talking full blown bukkake. Full blown
bukkake. Got it. All right, cool, man.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Over in the comment section, Mike Up says your fat fingers can't use typewriters. All right, well, maybe not, Mike, but my fat fingers can do this.
You really say your fat fingers can't use a typewriter?
Well, I said they don't use one anymore. I said that was the last time Tennessee beat Alabama. I still had a typewriter I beat around on. I got rid of that thing. I donated it to Goodwill.
I thought you still used the typewriter because you liked it. I could see you with some whiteout, whiting some shit out. Could you all imagine this show? We're live at a set in person. Holy shit. Well, we do a live show.
We could do like the Spurs Up show, dude, and go sit up at the local Hooters, I guess, and have a show, give out some swag.
Oh, Callaway's is our sponsor. We can do a show there whenever the fuck we want. They love us there.
True. That's true.
We don't have to do all that shit. Anyway. Chris says Biscuit wouldn't show up. I think that we've had people that have come from
we had some Georgia people that showed up last year for the show for the Clemson South Carolina game.
Yeah. So that's yep. We normally do a live show on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and we do it for charity. We did it for Community Options, which they use folks. They help folks that have learning disabilities find with housing and stuff like that. And Jackpot said that we did a live show this year, he wanted to do something for the animals. He wanted to raise money for the animals in the upstate, which
Okay.
that.
Soren Spade over here in the comment section says Talking Balls YouTube channel is way more successful. You know why they are not hating on every team, but who they root for, even when we suck. Hashtag be better. Okay. First of all, they do that for a living. That's their thing. This is just, I have a regular job that I work, okay, that I make money at.
So do I.
I mean, by all means, I'm proud of the Talking Balls for having a YouTube channel that is more successful than ours. They have one audience that they cater to, and I'm sure they do a great job of it.
And by the way, the people that say things like
For me, it's a hobby. It ain't all about that. It ain't that serious.
The people that say things like Jackpot's fingers are too fat to type a typewriter, they wouldn't show up. They want to throw stuff from afar. They won't show up. That's the absolute truth.
Brockley says, Jackpot, were you being serious about Sat not calling players, just joking? Now, I've heard that from a couple of different places, that he was not calling the plays in the second half of that game. I mean, where it's true or not, I don't know, but I mean, it sure did look different to me, didn't it to you? I mean, that end around that Jalen Brooks ran in for the touchdown. Have you seen that before? Haven't seen anything before that even remotely looked like that. Not from our team, not this year.
Biscuit says, I bet Talking Balls only talks about half their team. Good point, sir. Billy with the comment of the night, though. He got kicked off of Talking Balls for recommending to come here to watch the two neckbeards hating on Tennessee. How simple are you, Talking Balls show, that Billy mentions our show, and yeah, you're booting Billy. Don't you all realize Billy is an 87-year-old Tennessee fan, and he just wants to hear good things about his Vols, and you're kicking him off the program? Shame on you. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, that Tennessee Alabama game, man, that was a hell of a game. You know, of course, I'm a Tennessee guy, and I'm glad we won. I'm glad we finally got that monkey off our back.
Yeah, it was a damn good game. I mean, it lasted forever.
And
that was the only thing that pissed me off. I'm like, God dang.
I hate the commercial timeouts. It's getting ridiculous. I remember you could go to a game that was 3:30 and you'd be already leaving the game by 7. But now they'll go to damn near 8 o'clock.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it gets insane because they have to do commercial, the TV commercials and all that stuff. So like they'll have the guy stand out there with a sign on the 50-yard line, like preventing people from playing the game because we got to do our TV commercials. And it ruins the flow. That's my opinion. Okay, now I'm curious. Who does South Carolina play this week? Or
Texas A&M.
Who they? Say again?
Texas A&M.
Oh, Texas A&M. Sorry, I just couldn't hear you. I don't know. I mean, I think that'll be an interesting game. Who knows? I think maybe South Carolina gets them. Is it in College Station or is it in Columbia?
No, it's in Columbia.
Okay, y'all might get that one.
Yeah, they opened up as A&M -4. But I look back
at
the history of the series. A&M, South Carolina hasn't covered a spread in this game since at least 2016. So, the last 2 years have been blowouts. But
I feel like y'all will get that one. I'm sorry, I'm just not sold on A&M, and I can't stand Jimbo Fisher. He's too cocky for his own good. He thinks he knows everything. And honestly, I'm hoping y'all win that game. Luckily, Tennessee, coming off of a huge emotional victory, thank God we got Tennessee Martin. We got a good little come-down game. But then we get Kentucky at home. I know Will Levis is good, but he cracks under pressure, and I think we'll handle Kentucky fairly convincingly. And then we go on the road to Georgia. Now, I'm already getting crap from the Georgia fans saying, oh, well, you ain't going to do this, what you did against Alabama. I'm like, well, hold your horses there. From what I've seen so far this year, I thought that, but you know, who knows? Maybe Georgia's ready in that game, but we've still got 3 weeks, so we'll know more. But and I think that
All
they
right,
can really run the table.
your phone's breaking up on us, man. I appreciate you calling. All right. I mean, his phone's dropping in and out. All right. Anyway, Jackpot, we've had a good show, right?
Yes, we have. We have. Does everybody? They want to keep the show going. If you want to keep the show going, we got a lot of people in here still watching. Over in the comment section, Josh Turner says Rob doesn't know football. Lou does. To which Bo Hunting says at Josh Turner facts, and I replied to this with Rob is apparently telling folks some things they don't want to hear tonight.
Oh, and I tell you what, I don't wake up every morning and clap my hands and say, "Hey, I want Bo Hunting to think that I know college football." I mean, I've covered an SEC team for 18 fucking years, but I don't know anything about college football. Sure. Okay. Whatever.
Luke says he's seen Tennessee fans claiming they are the new 2019 LSU. They will definitely be the new 2020, 2021, and 2022 next few years. Well,
Spartacus says this Tennessee team isn't good enough to beat Ohio State or Michigan. They'd score all over Tennessee, and Michigan wouldn't give up many points. There's an opinion. So there you go with that. The last time Tennessee beat Alabama, Steve Irwin was alive.
Hey, yeah.
Damn it. Billy says, I was just happy to get the Peyton jinx off their backs. By the way, you guys broke the jackpot jinx. Generally, the teams that jackpot roots for end up failing. He was pulling for Tennessee yesterday, and they won. Please send jackpot some Venmo, you Tennessee fans, because
yeah.
That's the way it works. So anyway, 803-470-2905. By the way, looking at I was looking at some of our YouTube stats the other day. The people that watch the show are not subscribed. Subscribe to the damn channel, please. You watch the show anyway. Just click subscribe for God's sake.
Yeah.
And like the show. It's not really that hard. Jesus.
Yeah, I actually went back in our little contest. I think I had 6 picks correct this week, and I actually went back and I changed a couple of games. I usually don't like to do that after I make my picks on Wednesday, but I just had a feeling, and I fucked around, and I went back and changed it to Alabama, and that was a bad mistake there. But I did change my Penn State pick, and I picked Michigan to cover, and I was glad I on that one because, boy. They look like hammered dog shit.
Carlos Klein leads the contest right now with 54 correct picks, followed by Kerry Crow at 52, Brady Snow at 52, Stetson Bennett's Pet Sasquatch at 51. Sir Uga, who was up there at number 1, has dropped back. But yeah, there are, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's some folks are really having really good seasons here.
I think we both got the UConn plus 11 pick. I with the Syracuse plus 4, and then I did go back and change my Clemson pick. I took Clemson minus the 4.5 against White Tonto, and that came through for us. Georgia minus 38.5 cashed. Kentucky plus 7 cashed for me. Utah minus 3 and the hook did not. That pesky hook. Well, no, they won by 1, so never mind. Kansas was a big disappointment yesterday.
Close proximity says they've subbed. Thank you. There you go. We picked up a subscriber tonight, Jackpot. That's a good thing.
Awesome. Did Kansas kind of disappoint you yesterday?
I've never let Kansas football bother me because they're, Only good thing to come out of Kansas are sunshine, sons of bitches.
Oh yeah, that's true. Their quarterback
Prodigy
didn't
Uncle Lou
play.
already called in earlier, man. So
Quarterback didn't play yesterday, and they kind of didn't look the same. Too many of these teams don't have their backup quarterbacks prepared, and they use it for excuses.
mm-hmm. Billy says he canceled close proximity out and he unsubbed. Fuck you, Billy. Damn it.
Yeah, right.
Anyway. All right. Well, 803-470-905.
Says the last time Tennessee beat Bama, Bob Barker was still hosting the Price is Right.
Yeah. All right. So, jackpot games that we're going to pick this week include South Carolina versus A&M, the Fruit versus Clemson, Texas, Oklahoma State. We'll go through the rest of these after we take the call here. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Fellas, it's your boy Sippy.
Hi, Sippy.
I had to call in. Your Golden Eagles that y'all love and treasure so much won this weekend over the doggone Arkansas State team that I don't even know where they're from, doggone it, but they won. We're 3-3. I know I've been saying it for years, but doggone it, we're coming back. We're back on the rise. And I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on the West. The West of the Sun Belt is still open. Okay, the West. I'm not saying we're going to win the Sun Belt, but we could potentially win the West. What are y'all's thoughts on this?
Here's my thing with the Sun Belt. No, I like Coastal Carolina, and I don't really give a shit about the rest of the Sun Belt.
You're hurting my feelings.
Sorry,
the
buddy.
Fun Belt. That's where App State's in the Fun Belt.
Yeah, I like App State too.
Are you mad at me because of Brett Favre's doings?
No, I'm a Brett Favre guy, man. I got a Brett Favre jersey. Yeah, I mean, you guys needed a volleyball court.
Thank you. Well, you're a genuine guy, man. Thank you.
Well, I mean,
but look,
I don't agree with Brett Favre stealing money from the poor folks in Mississippi, but people have been stealing money from poor folks forever. So the government fucks you regardless. I mean, Brett Favre just went there and was fucking like everybody else.
Yeah, but look, guys, I wanted to call in. My team won, so I'm still living on the high on the hog. And 3-3 Southern Miss. Last year we were 3-9, so it's only up from here, fellas. Thank y'all.
Everything else is gravy this year.
All right, the other games: UCLA and Oregon, Kansas State and TCU, Ole Miss and LSU. Jesus, Vanderbilt and Mizzou. Jackpot, Vanderbilt and Mizzou. Jackpot sent me these, by the way. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
It'd be a good game.
Yeah, okay. Then we got Pitt and Louisville, West Virginia and Texas Tech, Minnesota and Penn State, and the shitter this week, Jackpot. What do you got for the shitter?
And you can validate me on this one. And I was hesitant to put this on there because I know he calls in sometimes, but I hadn't heard from him in a while. So I figured it would be okay. It is Southern Miss at Texas State.
There you go.
That's the Kale Hall
Southern
shitter
Miss
of
at
the
Texas
week.
State. That's the shitter this week. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
How's it going, man?
Hello.
Good.
I talked to you about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that. I asked you about DJ Ukulele's facial hair.
I don't remember that, sir, but okay.
Yeah, well, I asked you about that. I just want to know throughout the we're 7 games in now. Clemson's 7-0, right?
Yep.
Yeah, how is DJ's facial hair holding up though? Throughout the season, we're halfway through the season. We really need to take a look at how this hair is holding up.
This is a very strange and weird call, and I don't really know.
Well,
Rob, have you noticed this? I mean, is this a thing?
Well, I'm asking Rob.
Look, here's what I know. DJ Uiagalelei is what 7-0 on the season. That's all I know.
Yes, sir.
I don't monitor games by facial hair, etc. Sorry.
All right, man. Well, I just wanted to follow up because I know I asked you earlier, and I also asked you about who did I ask you about? Damn, I can't remember. I do want to ask.
This is a giant cock.
I'm sorry. What?
Do what?
Oh, my soundboard went silly there. Sorry about that.
Y'all are so funny. All right, I just wanted to ask you about Hyatt. Is his name Hyatt, the Tennessee receiver?
Yes, he had a great game yesterday.
Hell yeah! What do y'all think about him? I think he's pretty damn good.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Go evaluate his facial hair. It may be a big deal. I
The
don't
thing
know.
about it is, he's the second best receiver
Yeah,
on the team.
Curly hair thing going on, like a kind of like a
Dude,
curly hair.
you're creeping me out, man. You really are. Appreciate you calling though.
Good
You
name,
have a good
Buffalo
night, all right?
Bill.
God damn it. That may be Buffalo Bill calling the show.
Please don't tuck it and dance in front of the curtains.
Anyway.
I was saying yesterday on live stream, Bryce, what's his name? Bryce Young. Is that his name? The Alabama quarterback. He has a George Jefferson, little pencil, thin, drawn on mustache. He looked kind of weird. You notice I did not put them in the pick'em this week in their game against Mississippi State. They've been banished from the pick'em for a while until I deemed them worthy of being put back in it again.
I was going to put them in, but since Jackpot banished them, we won't do that.
No, I banned them from the pick'em. We put Vandy and Mizzou in there.
Rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackpot. That
We'll
just
put some
randomly
teams in there that could actually, actually be a little bit more disciplined. So, yeah.
It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Very good. Very good, Buffalo Bill. Anyway. All right, Jackpot.
Brandon, yes, I think it's still Texas A&M -3. It was -4 a while ago, and that someone they bet it down to -3, and I'm like, what? Okay, I don't get that. I mean, if it were me, I'm telling you, I'm not taking the Gamecocks to cover that line. I'm just not. You got to convince me first. They got to convince me they can beat Texas A&M before I'll ever take them to cover a spread against them. They hadn't covered a spread against them in damn years. So,
all right. Well, Jackpot, I'm gonna go and get ready to go to sleep.
yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Appreciate you guys as always. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for checking out the show.